stretchy cotton material. It's a beautiful area that he took me to. Is that even?
And she said the other doctor will probably call me when they get on shift this morning.
Ooh, yuck. Believe it or not, I actually have more projects and ideas for this thing. And it's a real rainy day. Those are forestry.
Morning, guys. I'm gonna have to catch you up on things, actually, because there's been a few changes. So let's back up a bit and show you this.
After I left Jay's place, I basically made my way into Squamish, stayed there for about a week or so, just squaring away some stuff. Then I came out here to the island with my sewing gear, and I'm back at Nick and Michaela's place. And Nick and Michaela are the ones that own that Sprinter van that I was doing the electrical conversion on for them. And they've opened up a little space in their basement for me to do some sewing projects that I've been wanting to do. And I could have done this as well in my storage locker. This just allows me to spread out, and it's warm in here. My storage locker is not heated, so it's been kind of nice. And what I'm working on right now is some pants. They're probably gonna be like a form of capri, basically just a stretchy cotton material. And the other project I've got going on is there's something that I've been wanting to do for my van for a while. And so what that is my cushions that I sleep on. My mattress in my van is 4 pieces of foam that are 42 inches by 20 inches wide. And so I'm gonna make covers for each one of those 4 cushions that are in there. And one of them's gonna have some Velcro on it so that it stays put. And that's gonna be the cushion at the very front part of that whole bed system. That one needs something just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't move off. And I've used like wood to kind of keep it in there, but that doesn't work so well when I'm sitting on my couch because then it digs into the back of my leg. So I'm gonna try a Velcro option and see how that goes. But anyways, that's pretty much it. And of course, in between all this, Nick and I, we've gone out on a couple hunting trips. I'll share a couple clips. We didn't get anything, but it was a beautiful area that he took me to, and we just, we had a good time out there really. And we saw a bunch of deer. We didn't have any shooting opportunities or anything like that. I don't know if we're gonna go back there or not, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna carry on with this sewing that I got going on here. Well, that feels really good. I got the hypervent secured down in a much better manner than it was before, and I velcroed this cushion with the new cushion cover to the bed, so that's going to help it out a lot. Anyway, I'm going to go get the other cushions and put them in here. I was thinking about going back to my mustache, but I don't know. Kind of digging this beard the way it is. Is that even? You think so? So I'll tell you something about my teeth. You see how this one here kind of comes down, the gum line is further down? I got yellow teeth, you guys. Been drinking a lot of black coffee. So what happened here is I broke that tooth. That is a crown. So that's a fake tooth. Or crown, I guess. Anyway, what happened there was, it was in Vancouver. I woke up one morning and I could hear the dump truck coming down the back alley, like the recycling truck. And it had been a week and I'd missed taking the recycling out the week before, and our recycling bins are like overflowing with stuff. So I ran out the back door and I had on my Crocs. Actually, I'm wearing them right now. I had on a pair of these. They were totally bald on the bottom, and these things really suck anyway in terms of gripping on anything that's wet and slippery and slimy. In any case, I was running out the back door on the steps and I slipped and fell down, and a peanut butter jar came up and smashed me right in the mouth, and it blew that tooth to smithereens. It just knocked the lights out of me, and then I ended up missing that recycling truck after all that anyway. So we went 3 weeks without recycling our stuff, and it was kind of a wake-up call. And it was just kind of like, you know, I could talk about that, but I don't want to get on a tangent, but it was a wake-up call. And I had to go in and get all this dental work done. And it really sucks. I wish I had a natural tooth right there. And that one's not real. And eventually I'll have to get like an implant done. So that's why my smile kind of looks a little bit funky like that. And this tooth is actually, like, you can see it's kind of angled off a little bit to meet the other tooth. So before this happened, I had a gap in my front teeth. And so the dentist that I was working with said, do you want to like take that out? Because I can just do this with this tooth and then we'll take that away. And I said, yeah, sure, you know. So I had some self-conscious reasons at the time, and I used to have a gap in between my front teeth. But now I don't. And he did this weird thing with a laser, and he was trimming back my gum line to match the gum line here, but I guess the inflammation and everything, and at the end of the day, I end up with this kind of funky gum line. Anyway, you guys, that's a story about that. And I'll share the story about this little bump that happened in my forehead, which isn't even showing up very well in this light, but actually, it's not even showing up at all. It's right there, though. I can see it. And that was another kind of dimbo move. That story's for another day. So anyway, I'm going to leave this for now for at least a couple hours, and then maybe later tonight I'll shave the rest of that off. I forgot to show you my little setup. So I got my my little tri-stool right there, that green one. So I just had it propped up on the ground, and I just flipped my mirror so that I can see myself. Anyway, it's like the perfect place to shave outside.
And she said the other doctor will probably call me when they get on shift this morning.
It's kind of nice. Yeah. Oh, we're doing video.
How you doing, everybody? We're a couple old guys sitting here at Tim Hortons. We're having ourselves a bagel and a coffee.
That's it, done in Victoria, you guys, and I shaved off the rest of my, I got a mustache now. It is the month of November, which is sometimes called Movember. And wearing a mustache is just part of bringing a little bit of awareness to men's health and
and that kind of thing. So I might talk about that a little bit more in some of my videos this month. Anyway, right now I'm just gonna go catch this ferry. I'm going back to the mainland. So that's where I'm heading now.
It's 700 meters. Turn left. I'm by the old shop and I'm going to fix up that problem I've got underneath here where my heater goes through. So I'm going to use this stuff here to keep the mice from getting in there. That'll give me some peace of mind down there.
Ooh, yuck.
Okay guys, here's what I got. I didn't want a mouse going up in that little hole beside the exhaust and building a nest up there. So this is gonna help keep that from happening. I was just really worried that a mouse would go up into that hole, build a nest in that like manifold that I made for my heater. That was basically a fire hazard, because if a nest was built in that little cavity, the exhaust pipe on my heater, when I turned it on, could heat up that nesting material enough to ignite it. And if that catches fire, it's possible that it's gonna melt and then ignite the diesel fuel line that's supplying fuel to the heater. And then we got a fire. Anyway, that mesh down in there now should keep all that from happening. And I'll keep an eye on that over time, but at least now I don't have to like poke my head under there every single day and stuff like that. But it was always uneasy. First thing in the morning, I'd turn it on and I'd be like, okay, is it gonna be okay? And that's nerve-wracking. Once I know, but I've been riding like that without it for 2 years, 2 winters. But having all these mice show up in my van this year just got me thinking about it. Yeah, time to hit the road. Believe it or not, I actually have more projects and ideas for this thing, but I'll share those with you a little bit later as I get closer to being able to do them.
So I'm back in Squamish, and I'm gonna go to the backcountry up here. My business over the next few weeks is just gonna be stuff in Squamish and in Vancouver. And I'm not sure how much of that I'm gonna film, but I've got some work to do, so I'm gonna catch you up on basically the projects and stuff that I'm gonna be working on, cover some of that with you guys. Because there's another transition in the air for me. And yeah. Good morning. 2:45. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. Wasn't quite set up there for that.
And it's a real rainy day. Those are forestry workers just burning their slash piles. They sure have been logging that side over there quite a bit.